This is ContactTalkRadio.com. Consciousness in action. And you are taking action into your consciousness by tuning into Contact Talk Radio.
And on TuneIn.com, Ping.fm, and UpSnap Mobile.
Contact Talk Radio.
Welcome to Spiritual Psychic with Sarah Wiseman, where you'll learn how to unlock the secrets of spiritual intuition and your own psychic gifts. Here's Sarah.
Hey everybody, I'm Sarah Wiseman. We are working on our channeled messages with these. Here we go. The channeling is, this is what you really want: to know peace and joy, to know connection and love. So it's interesting because this is not, this statement does not say you're here to know or create world peace, although that of course would be desirable. This also does not say you're here to know connection in person or to know love as romantic love. And joy, just trying to think, joy is not this find your joy, like this feeling of like one thing is better than the other, and joy is only certain things that have this heightened sense. It's this softer use of that word: peace and joy, connection and love. And each of us, again, is so unique. So some of us are going to be looking for peace as not a political issue at all, but rather as this internal vibe. We seek the internal feelings of peace, which are, for most of us, hard won and come after years of feeling not peace. This inner peace. We want to have inner peace. And of course, if everybody had inner peace, then of course there would be world peace. So of course there's that. The micro always creates the macro. And to know connection and love. And again, is it less valid to have connection with people that you really feel kindred to, or you really feel understood by, and that you understand? If it's like in a Zoom meeting, is that any less valid than sort of a rocky connection with people in your real life? Like, they're both your real life. So this idea of connection needing to be in person, I wonder about that. The whole flow of where the universe is taking us is to this place where we're telepathic. And this is what's happening. We are beginning to be trained by the technology, starting with computers, internet, phones, now Zoom, then there's going to be holograph or something different. Then there's going to be, like Star Trek will just beam me over to someone's living room and have our meetings that way. But we have this ability to connect to souls everywhere, which we didn't have. And so, of course, we're out there scouring the universe to try and find the people that we relate to the most, or that have the same understanding that we do. And I know from my experience, I am so lucky that I get to work with people from all over the world. And it's remarkable how the most kindred spirits, like, you would never get to meet them in person. And here they are from an entirely different country, thousands and thousands of miles away. And here you're from a different background. Maybe you even have a different language. And the connection is absolute. You're like, I totally understand. I get it. I get who you are and where you're coming from, and we are of one mind. And to find these people and connect with them regardless of if it's in person or not. And then, let's work on this idea of love. Like, we have been raised on the myth, the magnificent myth of romantic love. I am curious if perhaps that myth is going down because, many years ago in college, I took a lot of courses in the myth of, not the myth, it was romantic love as seen through like the Knights of the Round Table, the quest for romantic love. And this was a historical time where it was a little fuzzy, it's been a while, but the knights would swear allegiance to a particular lady or queen or something like that, and then they'd go into battle. And romantic love was never personal. It was all like this swooning statement of affection of one person to another. And this kind of set us up for this idea of there's only one soulmate. This whole idea of soulmates and twin flames started to come up. And in reality, okay, if you're looking at an anthill filled with ants, and you're saying, well, which ants are in love with each other? Just say, you're like, they could all be in love with each other. There's so many ants. How could you have an ant soulmate? How would you decide? And this is what other beings are looking at humans like, what are they doing? This idea of the soulmate when there's so many souls. This idea of a soulmate when all souls are connected, all souls are one. And anyway, this idea of romantic love being all that, when many of you are like, I'm so happy without the stress of romantic love. I'm so happy living my life as myself without having to have concern over if my partner and I are on the same path. So just consider this idea that to know connection, which we just discussed, and love, it's not meaning romantic love. It's meaning the bigger agape love, or the bigger love for all people, bigger love for all things. And then I want to just throw this in there. This is not all peace and joy, connection and love. It's not all about humans. We talk about this a lot. This idea that there are ways of communicating in the universe that we can do now, that a lot of you guys are doing all the time, where we are communicating with nature, where we are communicating with weather systems, where we are communicating with energy fields, where we are communicating and receiving guidance and communication from synchronicities or from there's just so many ways that all of this information comes in. And so all of these categories, peace, joy, connection, love, apply to the bigger whole. It's not just about human relationships. You can know peace when you're looking at a beautiful sunset. That feeling or emotion of peace will come up within you. You can know joy from this sunset. You can know connection with all beings, all times, all dimensionalities, the sense of awe of connection when you're looking at this sunset. And you can know love. You can know love for greater humanity, but just love for the collective soul that is the whole universe that you're a part of. This blissful feeling of love can come to you. These are just some ideas that I like to think about. Have a wonderful day, and I will be with you next time.